Well, MWC is just about to arrive, and while we might not get to see a Samsung Galaxy S8 here this time, the LG surely does pack a few surprises with its LG G6. So before we see it in person next week, let's check out the rumors to take a sneak peek. My name is Sid, and in this video I tell you 6 things we know about the LG G6 based on speculations. First up, the designing seems completely renewed. The LG G6 is likely going to pack a reflective metal back on its rear. In fact, it's so reflective that many of the reviewers considered it to be glass when they saw the leaks first. However, there is also a very strong possibility that the phone might have a virtually bezel-free design. Whatever said and done, the designing would be very drastically different from the LG G5, and it will also be visually bigger from its predecessor. Which now takes us to the next point. I have been very vocal about my preference for a compact screen size on the smartphones. And the first jolt this year came to me from Samsung when I read that Samsung Galaxy S8's minimum screen size would be 5.8 inches. But now it seems even LG is not for me. The phone is likely to rock a 5.7-inch Quad HD display with an aspect ratio of 18:9, which LG calls full vision display. Apps that don't support this initially would still work normal because they would run on a 16:9 ratio. And LG claims to start a revolution with this smartphone, as it says most games and movies come tailored in that resolution. However, I still think it's a phablet. And now let's talk about the internals. Last year, LG G5 and Samsung Galaxy S7 ran the same CPU, Snapdragon 820, which theoretically meant that both the phones were equally fast. However, this year things might be a little different. Well, you see, Samsung is in an exclusive deal with Qualcomm. Samsung is manufacturing Snapdragon 835 CPUs, and the deal is that until Samsung Galaxy S8 comes out, no other phone can have that CPU. And Samsung Galaxy S8 comes out in end March, which means the LG G6 is likely going to pack a Snapdragon 821 CPU on board. Now that is fine for most people in my opinion, but the benchmark boys might get disappointed. Additionally, the RAM has been set at 6GB. Let's see if that turns out to be true or not. Heading now to the software, the phone will definitely run on the latest Android Nougat and will pack all the features we love about it, may it be the dual window support or the Daydream VR support. However, a news from Korea Business suggests that LG G6 will be the first non-Pixel smartphone to get Google Assistant pre-installed on it. Alternatively, there is also a leak that instead of Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa might feature in the smartphone. Whatever may be the case, you definitely are going to get a very powerful artificial intelligence supported on the smartphone. And here's a teaser that suggests us that the UX too has been changed a little. Talking about features, it seems LG G6 will do away with exclusivities that LG smartphones of the past had offered us. It won't have removable battery this time, and it won't even have the support for modularity that LG G5 boasted about. However, that does not mean that everything is excluded only. There are certain things that have been included as well. You now have USB Type-C port at the bottom, you have waterproofing, and you might also get wireless charging on the new LG G6. At last, let's talk about the availability and the pricing. The phone gets launched on 26th of February, and the price could be around £500, which in Indian rupees is around 40,000 Indian rupees. The question, however, is, would people buy this over a Samsung Galaxy S8? Well, with last year's CPU on board and exclusions of exclusivities like a removable battery and modularity, it would be interesting to see how fans react to it. And you don't even have to wait for it, because the day phone gets launched, I would come with my opinions video and tell you my views on it, and we would also be getting you straight from Barcelona the first impressions of the LG G6 the day it gets launched. So you better stay tuned, and the best way to stay tuned is by hitting that subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. My name is Sid. Ciao.